Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Christina, a homeschooling mom of 5 kids, ages 1, 2, 5, 10, and 13. And in today's video, I'm sharing with you our first grade curriculum picks for next school year, the 2021-2022 school year. We are just wrapping up our first year homeschooling. I cannot believe it. My kindergartner is going into first grade next year. So crazy. And all week this week on my channel here at Rooted Homeschool, I'm sharing with you our curriculum picks for next year. If you didn't catch my last 2 videos, Monday's video was about my 9th grade curriculum picks, and yesterday was about my 5th grade curriculum picks. So if you're looking for curriculum for either 5th or 9th grade, or if you will have a 5th grader or 9th grader in the future and you just kind of want to see what's out there and what we'll be using, you can go back and watch those videos. I'll link them down below. Also, all week this week, I am collaborating with Nikki over at Nikki Dockery. Nikki is also a mom of 5, and today she is sharing her pre-K curriculum picks. Also joining us today is Jess from the Homeschool Convert, which I absolutely love that name because I am also a homeschool convert. So if you are here from Jess's or Nikki's channels, thank you so much. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you subscribe and stick around. I share all things homeschooling, motherhood, big family life, day in the life videos, curriculum, some big family meals every once in a while. So if any of that interests you, please click the subscribe button. When you are done watching this video, make sure you click the links below to Jess's video. She is sharing with us kindergarten curriculum for next year. So if you are looking for pre-K curriculum, go check out Nikki's video. If you are looking for kindergarten curriculum, go check out Jess's video, and I am sharing with you our first grade curriculum picks. I'll also link both of their channels below because even if you're not looking for pre-K or kindergarten curriculum, they both have amazing content on their channels that I know you guys will love. So go check them out either way. Whew. First grade, can't believe it. There are not a ton of changes taking place next year for my first grader. However, I will share with you what we have planned as of right now for next year. So if you've been following along at all, you know that I love Gather Round Homeschool, and I'll be talking all things Gather Round and family subjects in tomorrow's video. But other than the main Gather Round unit studies that I do with all of my kids, or at least all of my 3 older kids and a little bit with my younger one when he's just like wanting to get involved, we also do the Ready to Read program with Gia, my 5, almost 6-year-old. Now, we took our time this past year. It was our first year homeschooling, and also she was just a kindergartner, and I really just wanted them to enjoy learning. So we did books 1 and 2 of the Ready to Read program. We are actually still finishing up Ready to Read book 2 at the pond, and we are loving it. I cannot say enough good things about the Ready to Read program. Not only is it a reading curriculum, but it includes spelling and science, and it includes math. So the regular Gather Round unit studies do not include math, but the Ready to Read program and the letters and numbers do. So letters and numbers is for preschool, learning your letters and your numbers. Ready to Read is for children who are ready to start reading, right? So we are finishing this up. We'll finish this up over the summer, and we will be continuing with the Ready to Read program for first grade. So Ready to Read categorizes itself as a kindergarten through first grade curriculum. So we will be doing books 3 and 4 in first grade. Book 3 is Ice and Snow, and I'm so excited about that one, especially because we get a lot of ice and snow in New York in the winter. And I'm extra excited because for the very first time, I have ordered that unit in print from Gather Round. I have never ordered in print before. I always get the digital because I have so many kids doing the same unit. It would just be a lot of money for me to order everyone's in print, and I like having the PDF so I can use it again in the future with my younger kids. But if you've been following me recently, I've really been trying to simplify where I can and buy some printed curriculums where I can, just to cut down on some of the time that it takes me to print things. So I thought the Ready to Read Book 3 was a perfect opportunity to do that. So I ordered the Ready to Read 3 in print, and I cannot wait for it to get here. When it gets here, I will do an unboxing and a flip through for you guys because I am sure it is going to be absolutely beautiful. Ready to Read Book 4 is at the Savannah, so that sounds like that's going to be really exciting, and I'm sure we will be getting that when we are done or when we are almost done with Ice and Snow. Here's just kind of like my weird thing. I want to do Ice and Snow when we have Ice and Snow in New York. So there is going to be a little bit of a delay probably before we start Ice and Snow. So not necessary. You can do it any time of year, just like you can study whatever you want any time of year. However, I want to wait at least till like the end of fall, beginning of winter to start Ice and Snow because I just think it would be fun that way. So what are we going to do in the meantime? Well, I can tell you for the math portion of it, we are going to be starting something new for Gia next year, and I am super excited. It is Simply Good and Beautiful Math Level 1. So I shared yesterday in my 5th grade curriculum picks that I will be trying the Simply Good and Beautiful Math Level 5 for my 5th grader, and I'm also going to be trying it for my 1st grader next year. It comes with manipulatives, which she really, really loves. She really loves hands-on learning and hands-on math. We have some manipulatives that we already use, and I'm actually going to be sharing a video in the next week or so about how to make math fun for all different ages using things like manipulatives. And if you're like, I hate manipulatives, just stay tuned because some of these things are so different and so creative and so beautiful and artistic, you might change your mind. So stay tuned for that video in the next week or two. So I will be using Simply Good and Beautiful Math with her. We're gonna try it out. Like anything, as always, we have the freedom to try things and decide they don't work and try something else. I'm really hopeful because I've taken a look at the samples that are available on the Good and the Beautiful website, and they do look really, really great. So I'm really excited. They will be available in the beginning of August. And again, when I get those, I will share those with you guys as soon as I get them. So what am I going to do for reading and writing while I wait to start this Ice and Snow unit from Gather Round Homeschool? Well, I just recently got this unit from one of my favorite small shops that I use a ton in my homeschool that I will share more tomorrow and more in the future. Thistles and Biscuits. And Betsy and Tim are a married couple, a homeschool family. They are world homeschoolers. So they are like living the adventure life. So if you don't follow them over on Instagram, go follow them at Thistles and Biscuits. They are such a sweet, beautiful family. And Betsy is an amazing artist. And so I love her materials. You'll see more of them tomorrow. You'll see more of them in Friday's video, which is my tot schooling / like 3-year-old preschool video that I'll be sharing with you guys. And so I grabbed this Into the Woods, a Gentle Forest alphabet study. Now, I will not be using all of these pieces for Gia. So I grabbed this because there are some pieces that I'm really excited to use with her, some that I will use with my 3-year-old next year, and some that will probably work for when my 3-year-old is more of like at the end of his 3-year-old preschool year or even for pre-K. So I can definitely see myself using this in the future. This is a PDF. I will link it down below, and it is a beautiful unit, and her stuff is like ridiculously affordable. And if you use my link below, you get an extra 10% off. I think this entire unit was $6, and you can use it as many times as you want. So you could print this as a beautiful book and bind it or get it bound. I printed the cover so that you could just see how beautiful and simple it is. On the back, I did print the user guide and notes because I will like to have this for myself as a reference. But basically, this curriculum includes 5 pages and it follows the same structure throughout the whole simple unit. It starts with the actual letter, so they could do so many different things with this. I probably won't use this for Gia because she is past this stage, but there are so many great ideas that I will share I'll share with this on Friday's video, so stay tuned for that. So you could use this all together or you could use pieces of it like I'm going to. What I will use with Gia is the second page, and this has all different words that start with the letter A. And what I like is that I can do a letter a week or a letter a day with my 3-year-old and also include Gia in on it to have her do some spelling and vocabulary. So this, for handwriting, spelling, and vocabulary, I think will be a great kind of bridge between that time when we're going to wait to start Ready to Read Book 3. So the beginning of the school year to sort of ease her back in before we start that other unit. We'll also use this, so this is even a step up, where she'll copy over this whole sentence. And I really love the alliteration, the use of the letter A, the nature aspect of it, and the beautiful language. So every single letter has this beautiful alliteration, this beautiful nature imagery, and it's an opportunity for them to be exposed to sentence structure, to beautiful descriptive language, to alliteration. There's just so many things here, and simple copy work and spelling and handwriting. So we'll definitely use those sheets as well. And then this is just a fun one that we may or may not use. Can you draw your own autumn acorn so you can get art into it? And then they can label it autumn acorn, so some tracing at the bottom. And then it also comes with a blank sheet. So you could do so many things with this. They could copy other words that they find that start with that letter. They could dictate a story to you where they develop more about this little sentence that comes along with the letter. There's so many cool things. So this is what I'm going to use to bridge that time between the beginning of the school year and the end of fall, beginning of winter, when I want to start ice and snow, because I just have to do ice and snow in the winter because it's just a thing. So what about when we finish Ready to Read Book 1 and Ready to Read Book 2? I may or may not do The Good and the Beautiful Language Arts Level 1 with Gia. I mentioned yesterday in my 5th grade curriculum picks video that I'm not going to be doing the language arts with my 5th grader, and you can go back and watch that video if you want to hear the explanation for why. And I may or may not do that with Gia as well. So it's going to be kind of a wait and see for me. And then it will also be a revisit and wait and see for the following year. I will possibly be looking into Explode the Code for Gia. This is something that's been recommended by many homeschool moms that I follow here on YouTube. And so I'm interested if you use Explode the Code, if you would recommend this. If you use the Ready to Read units and Explode the Code, I'm also interested to see how those go together. I'm going to be looking into maybe using it after I finish those other 2 units with her. So we will see about that. I'm also considering doing the Good and the Beautiful handwriting with Gia. So if you use the Good and the Beautiful handwriting, let me know if you would recommend that for my 1st grader. Another thing that I will be using along with that Thistles and Biscuits alphabet unit is this Morning Starters book that I got from the dollar store. Now, I don't always love all of the workbooks from the dollar store. I'll just be honest. As a teacher, some of them I'm like, same thing with the ones from the Target dollar spot. Some of them I think are great, some of them not so much. So we used the kindergarten morning starters one, and Gia absolutely loved it. And this includes spelling, grammar, math. It really includes a lot, and she really enjoys this. So this is another thing I'll use while I'm waiting to start that Ready to Read unit. So I bring this up to say, you don't have to spend a lot of money on curriculum, guys. You can go to the dollar store. The Good and the Beautiful also offers a ton of free curriculum in PDF form on their website. Their level 1 language arts is available as a free PDF download on their website. So even if you have $0 or less than $10 to spend on curriculum, you can still homeschool your first grader. So I just want to share that as an encouragement to you. You do not need to spend a ton of money on curriculum. You don't even need a ton of curriculum to homeschool your children. So we are just sharing ideas with you in hopes that it helps inspire you for what might work for your child and for your family. Some subjects and some activities and some units they will do alone. Some they'll do with one other sibling, so she might do it with her older brother or her younger brother, and then some things we do all together as a family. So if you are interested in what we do for our family subjects and how I will fill in some history and Bible and science and art and music and all of those things, make sure to come back tomorrow for my family subjects video. That is all I have to share with you about first grade curriculum. Those are the decisions that I have made as of right now, but I will keep you guys updated if any changes happen, and I will share with you the curriculum when it comes in so that you can see what it looks like in real life. I've linked everything down below so you can check those things out. In the meantime, when you are done watching this video, be sure to check out Nikki and Jess's videos that are linked down below in the description box. If you're here from their channels, again, thank you so much for being here. I hope you stick around. If you liked this video, click the like button. Introduce yourself below in the comments. If you have any advice or insight about any of the curriculums that I've mentioned or anything that you think is worth trying for my first grader, please let me know. If you are not already following us over on Instagram, follow us over there for more day-to-day updates at rooted_homeschool. I hope to see you in some of my next videos, and until next time, stay rooted.